So hi guys, so much awaited video. So CA Inter Auditing and Assurance day before exam strategy. So how you should plan within that 1.5 day the auditing preparation, or I can say auditing revision. So what at any cost you must revise or you must go through, and what you can take backseat. I mean, what are the chapters that comes under category 2, even though if you do not revise need not worry much. Like, first of all, again, we are having a paper for 120 marks, and in that 30 marks is MCQs, which will not have any sort of choice. So case based MCQs you will get and normal MCQs you will get. Put together it is for 30 marks. And then we are having a descriptive paper, and within this descriptive paper you are supposed to write for 70 marks, and 20 marks you are having a choice. First of all, you know, in your ICS study material, as per our ICS study material, we are totally having 13 chapters. One important observation in the ICA study material, main material of CA Inter, there is no chapter called standards on auditing. There is no chapter called standards on auditing. Yes, we do not have any chapter on that. For that you were given pronouncement books. For that you are given pronouncements books. Now immediately you may get a doubt, sir, are we supposed to read pronouncements? At CA final itself, we don't recommend any student to read pronouncement book. How do you think at CA Inter we recommend you to read pronouncement? For your information, in CA final as well, okay, I deal with the advanced audit, right? At CA final as well, entire standards are there. Whatever standards covered in CA Inter, they were again covered at CA final, and they were very important at CA final as well. So I'll come to standards point later. Now coming to the material which is well used by many students across. So as per my material, I divided the chapters into 17. For you, I even gave an additional chapter called, I specifically added a chapter standards separately. As per institute material, you will not find government audit, you will not find societies audit separately. These two chapters you will find as part of audit of different types of entities. And one more chapter that additionally I am providing is first topic, that is fundamentals of auditing. There are some basic terms, or there is something called basic terminology that you need to listen and understand before you start the audit subject. What is applicable financial reporting framework definition is there. Without understanding that, there is no point in reading the subject. Definition is there. For misstatement, there is a definition. Without understanding, there is no point of learning the subject. There is no point that you understood the subject. Okay, fine. Anyhow, so that's why there are some fundamental terms. These are the 4 chapters that you will find additionally in the material which I am providing. Many will ask me this question, sir, standards are very important, no? So what are the important standards, they ask me generally. What are the important standards? There are some standards which are very important, which are covered as part of the chapter called audit report, that is 700, 701, 705, 706, and we have 570, 299, and 610. So these standards are very important, which we generally read as part of audit report chapter. We read as part of audit report chapter, these standards. And these are very important. Apart from this, students come and ask me again this basic worry, especially those who have not seen my marathon classes, especially for the first time, whoever interacting with me for CA Inter Audit. Sir, there are totally 35 standards, out of which 9 standards we don't have. That's okay. 27 standards we are having, including quality control standard, we have totally 27. Now, we are having a separate book, sir, covering all 27 standards. If at all you are having any such book, immediately scrap that. Your entire CA Inter standards weightage itself is 70% of your paper. 70% of your paper is exclusively standards. And the remaining chapters are company audit, audit of different types of entities, bank audit, government audit, items of financial statements. This is 30% of your syllabus. 70% of your syllabus is exclusively standards. Sir, how? You know, fundamentals chapter, nature, objective and scope of audit as per your institute material is SA 200, 210. Nothing but. Even 220 content is covered and SQC content is covered. 4 standards are being covered here itself. Appointment of auditor is a law. That's completely a legal provision. Audit documentation and evidence 230, 330, 500. Actually, we don't have 330 standard, but 330 related some content is covered already as part of this chapter. Fraud, this is exclusively talking about 240 standard. Risk assessment and internal control, it is exclusively talking about 315. Why are you reading 315 again separately? It is already covered as part of risk assessment chapter. In fact, more in-depth it is discussed. Audit sampling 530, audit analytical procedures 520, audit strategy and program 300, and materiality is also covered here itself 320. Audit in automated environment again 315 related. So what are the chapters which do not have any relation with standards? I'm highlighting with green color. Audit of banks, audit of different types of entities, audit of items of financial statements, and company audit, societies auditor. Look at this, whatever I have highlighted in green color, only these chapters will not have any relevance with the standards. Remaining all other chapters in your material is completely from standards. What is the company audit weightage? 10 marks around, maximum. I'm talking maximum 10 marks. Audit of banks, maximum 8 marks weightage. Audit of different types of, government audit, maximum 4 marks. And this one is again some 6 marks. Items of financial statements, 14 marks. You see here, 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 6, 24. 24 plus 8, 32. 32 plus 10, 42, or I can say 40 marks. Round figure maximum, I'm talking about maximum weightage. 40 marks. You are having paper for 120. 120 minus 40, 80 marks is from standards only, obviously, at CA Inter. 80 marks syllabus is from standards. But the fact that 80 marks come from standards, that 0.99% of the students don't even recognize it. In my regular class of audit, I tell this, even at the introduction to the standards class. The remaining standards, now you see here, these are the chapters which are actually talking about various standards. Now the remaining standards, what are the remaining standards? What are the remaining standards? 250, 250 and 501, 505, 510 and 550, 560, 580. These standards are what we are covering in standards topic. If someone asks me, sir, what are the standards that are there as part of standards on auditing chapter, or another question, sir, what are the standards that we need to refer from pronouncement? No need to refer anything. These standards 250, 501, 505, 510, 550, 560, 580, all these standards in your institute material, they were covered as part of audit evidence chapter. They were covered as part of audit evidence chapter. Only these standards, they were already covered as part of audit evidence chapter. And I covered these standards as part of audit report. So this is actually the breakup of your syllabus. First, get aware of that. First, understand what is your syllabus exactly, how your syllabus has been split over multiple chapters. Now let's discuss about what are the topics that I can confidently ignore, that I can confidently keep it aside. What are the topics? These topics, I call them as category 2. I call them as category 2. These topics you must study at last, not at the beginning. Okay. 1. Risk assessment and internal control. There is a chapter called risk assessment and internal control and automated environment. These two are interrelated chapters. Automated environment. Automated. Definitely from these two chapters put together 10 marks, no doubt will come. But these two chapters takes lot of time for understanding. So that's why I'm asking you to keep them as a second priority. Second priority means I'm not asking you to ignore. First, there are some topics which you need to give priority. First, after finishing them, come back to this. That is what I mean. Next, another chapter that you can keep under second category is strategy, planning, and program. You know, strategy, planning, and program is having, as per my material, close to 20 plus questions, 25 questions, I think so. And there are some questions in strategy. What factors what factors will be considered to develop a strategy? What factors will be considered to develop a plan? What factors will be considered to develop a program? Advantages of strategy. So much of confusing points were there. So give it second priority. Give it second priority. Even in the order of coaching also, I cover these chapters as a second priority order. Next, but further, let me proceed. These standards don't even touch SEA 250, 560, 550. These standards you need not even touch. You can confidently trust me, you need not even touch these standards. Okay, next, I don't know how many of you are very familiar with the chapter called societies audit. If you think you are not confident in societies audit, then keep it under second category. Suppose you already read thoroughly societies audit well, you don't feel much difficulty in that, then keep it under first category. If at all you never read this chapter, or you think you're not good at societies audit, don't risk, keep it at last. Now the following chapters are category 1, and you must revise in the following order which I mentioned. The order is very important. First and foremost, whoever is following my material, fundamentals is always important. Second, company audit you need to revise. Third, audit report you need to revise. Audit report. Fourth, audit evidence. We have a chapter called audit evidence. You need to revise that. Fifth, you need to go and revise fraud. Sixth one, you need to revise sampling. Seventh one, analytical procedure. Analytical procedure. Then, just a minute. Just a minute. Then eighth one, items of financial statements. Items of financial statements. Then ninth one, bank audit. Remember, this order you need to revise. I'm telling you, you get the maximum output and you finish faster way. Okay. And 10th one, you have to revise government audit. 11th one, different types of entities. And believe me, if you revise these chapters for sure without any failure, if you revise these chapters at any cost, getting it, you can easily qualify the exam. That I can assure you. You can easily, if you just cover category 1 chapters, I will damn sure bet you will attempt minimum for 75 to 80 marks for sure. You will definitely attempt for 75 to 80 marks. So that's about auditing and assurance category 1 and category 2. Getting it. Totally how many we have got? 11, 1 2 3 4 5. Totally we have got 16. That's what I think standards topic I didn't exclusively cover, right? Just a minute, let me once go through this. Of course, the NO is nature, objective and scope of audit. Now, here itself, sorry, after fundamentals you need to cover nature, objective and scope of audit immediately. Nature, objective and scope, which means approximately in the segment 1, 12 chapters. Whereas out of 17, 5 chapters you can keep it under category 2. 5 chapters you can keep it under category 2. And those 5 chapters are this. When you need to read all these 5, only when you thoroughly revise all these 12. Remember, don't hurry-burriedly revise. Peacefully, productively, stress your brain. When you're reading, process it, try to understand it properly once again thoroughly within that 1.5 day. Whatever time available, once you finish advanced accounting and come back, you're having 1.5 day. So thoroughly you revise. And only after you finish productively all this, come to the category 2. And on the day when you're going for exam morning, 1 hour to 2 hours, or else I can say 2 hours, spend on RTP, And that to RTP, which points you need to spend? MCQs will be there. Only on the MCQs you give more time. In RTP, MCQs were given. Only that MCQs give you major time. And suppose, sir, MCQ material, once again I'm telling you, once again I'm mentioning you, only ICI material you have to follow. Only ICI MCQ booklet you have to follow. ICI booklet has given a 175 MCQs normal and 40 case based MCQs they have given. 40 into 5 approximately 200. Sir, only 350. Arey man, first do this. First do this. Don't do 1000 MCQs given by outside authors. Useless MCQs, I'm telling you. These are the best MCQs. Best interpretation. ICI MCQ booklet, whoever have done successfully, definitely score 25 plus marks out of 30 MCQs. That's my challenge. Whoever is following outside MCQ book, who have never seen ICI MCQ book, cannot even score, I am challenging, cannot even score 15 marks. ICI MCQ booklet is the best booklet, MCQ book which is available. So please use that. At least even after watching this video, if you have not yet gone through ICI MCQ booklet, please go through. Now again, sir, how should we present in exams? How the presentation approach should be? For that, I'm coming up with another video called Do's and Don'ts. How ICI evaluates the answers. So I'm going to come up with another video. So this will be uploaded, and then after that, that will be published. Getting it? So do's and don'ts video will be there. So just watch in my channel only. That is also available. Do's and don'ts, which is recently uploaded in the 10, 11, 12 of May. Somewhere around it will be uploaded. So watch that. You will get a very good idea. How to present, especially an auditing paper, how to present a law paper, how to present a practical subject like accounts, costing, SCMP, whatever. How ICI evaluates. That's it. So carry on. All the best. All the very best. And by the way, if you want the material which I showed in this, like this material, if you want, read the video description below. You will find our application link. Download that application. In the main menu, you will find in the May 22 folder these material at free of cost. Okay, carry on. Have a nice time.